I sold my farm to take my woman where she longs to be. We left our kids and all our friends back there in Tennessee. I bought those one-way tickets she had often begged me for, and they took us to the streets of Baltimore. Well, her heart was filled with laughter when she saw those city lights. She said the prettiest place on earth is Baltimore at night. Well, now a man feels proud to give his woman what she's longing for, and I kindly like the streets of Baltimore. I got myself a factory job, I ran an old machine. We bought a little cottage in the neighborhood serene. And every night when I came home with every muscle sore, she would drag me through the streets of Baltimore. Well, I did my best to bring her back to what she used to be, but I soon learned that she loved her bright lights much more than she loves me. Now I'm a-going back on that same train that brought me here before, while my baby walks the streets of Baltimore. Yes, my baby walks the streets of Baltimore. Everyone considered him the coward of the county. He'd never stood one single time to prove the county wrong. His mama named him Tommy, the folk just called him Jello. But something always told me they were reading Tommy wrong. He was only 10 years old when his daddy died in prison. I looked after Tommy, 'cause he was my brother's son. I still recall the final word my brother said to Tommy: "Son, my life is over, but yours has just begun. Promise me, son, not to do the things I've done. Walk away from trouble if you can. It won't mean you're weak if you turn the other cheek. I hope you're old enough to understand. Son, you don't have to fight to be a man. There's someone for everyone, and Tommy's love was Becky. In her arms he didn't have to prove he was a man. One day while he was working, the Catlin boys came calling. They took turns at Becky, there was 3 of them. Tommy opened up the door and saw his Becky crying. The torn dress, the shattered look was more than he could stand. He reached above the fireplace, took down his daddy's picture. As the tears fall on his daddy's face, he heard his words again. Promise me, son, not to do the things I've done. Walk away from trouble if you can. Now it won't mean you're weak if you turn the other cheek. I hope you're old enough to understand. Son, you don't have to fight to be a man. Catlin boy just laughed at him when he walked into the barroom. One of them got up and met him halfway across the floor. When Tommy turned around, they said, "Hey, look, old Yellow's leaving." But you could hear the pin drop when Tommy stopped and blocked the door. 20 years of crawling was bottled up inside him. He wasn't holding nothing back, he let him have it all. When Tommy left the barroom, another cattling boy was standing. He said, "This one's for Becky," as he watched the last one fall, and I heard him say, "I promised you that not to do the things you've done. I walked away from trouble when I can. Now please don't think I'm weak, I didn't turn the other cheek. And Papa, I sure hope you'll understand. Sometimes you got to fight when you're a man." Everyone considered him the coward of the county. Almost heaven, West Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountain, Shenandoah River. Life is older than the trees, younger than the mountains, growing like a breeze. Country roads, take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, mountain mama, take me home. Country road. All my memories gather round her, miner's lady, stranger to blue water. Dark and dusty, painted on the sky, misty taste of moonshine, teardrops in my eyes. Country roads, take me home to the place where I belong. West Virginia, mountain mama, take me home. Country roads, I hear her voice in the morning, how she calls me. The radio reminds me of my home far away. And driving down the road, I get a feeling that I should have been home yesterday. Yesterday. Country roads, take me home to the place where I belong. West Virginia, mountain mama, take me home. Country roads, take me home. Country roads, take me home. Country roads. Smoked my first cigarette after being quit for years. I've waited long enough, and they taste so good with beers. Yes, I'm drinking again, just a little weekend booze. I'm doing it with things I used to do, but loving you, I've been down to the factory, even got my old job back. Working on the Junior Moore again, he ain't good as Andy Sledge. But it's better than nothing, and it often gets me through. Yes, I'm doing it with things I used to do, but loving you and running into you seems like old times again. Let's have a drink or two, you can tell me how you've been. It all seems so familiar, but it must be days of blue. 'Cause I'm doing it with things I used to do, but loving you. Yes, I'm doing it with things I used to do, but loving you. Tell me, boy, you're crazy. Some people say that I'm nuts, but trying to get back together with you, baby. They say that once is enough. I never should have left you, 'cause now I need you. Sometimes it happened that way. I come back feeling like a fool, believing no matter what they might say, I don't wanna hear another word. Don't need your well, all that's fine. Though I thank you all for being kind, I can make mistakes myself just fine. I've got a good friend who knows my troubles. He thinks I'm wasting my time. He says, go out and have some fun. She's not the only one, but I can't leave her behind. So I don't wanna hear another word. Don't need your velvet, all that's fine. Though I thank you all for being kind, I can make mistakes myself just fine. I don't wanna hear another word. Don't need your velvet, all that's fine. Though I thank you all for being kind, I can make mistakes myself just fine. So I don't wanna hear another word. Don't need your velvet, all that's fine. Though I thank you all for being kind, I can make mistakes